home cleaning, people. Your bathrooms, your kitchens, your washing powders, your washing up liquids. Have you thought about what is actually in this stuff that you merrily spray around your household all the time? And particularly, obviously, with COVID, that has kind of got doubled up. It's The Brutal Truth live with Kirsty every Tuesday. And I'm going to be joined this afternoon by Christina, who's the founder of Greenscents and all-oversuming expert of household and cleaning. So those of you that saw on Instagram earlier, apologies we haven't gone live on Instagram. I am trying a new system on Restream. So I'd love to know. I can see your comments, guys. So like normal, please send any comments in, any questions for Christina. And please, those of you that are there that are watching already, just let me know that you can hear me and that you can see me, all of the basics. So if you have anyone who you know is a clean freak, or alternatively just doesn't do as much cleaning and you think needs some prompting, then please share this with them. And we would love you to join in the conversation. So I'm just going to bring in Christina. Good afternoon, lovely.
Hello, good afternoon, Kirsty. Yes.
It's so kind to join. And I'm really personally excited by this one because I said to you, obviously my life is very good in terms of skincare and body care, but it's always the household products I get to, and I just have never felt that I know quite enough. Tell us, how did Greenscents come to be? How did it all happen?
Well, I was stuck at home with 4 small children many years ago, and I have allergies, skin allergies, and I started using the conventional cleaning products. Not only did I come out in a massive rush, I started to actually look at the products and work out roughly what was in them. You could never find out for certain because they never listed the ingredients fully on the label. And I just thought, I can't live with this. I've got to do something about it. And I ate organic food. I tried really hard to provide the best nutritious diet for my children. And I realized that there was this massive gap. You know, what was happening with cleaning? It really was a toxic environment. And so I did spend quite a lot of time researching. And although I was laughed at by very many people, including some of my friends, we set about an organic range of cleaning products. And now people don't laugh. People are really interested in what we do. And, we sell an awful lot of it.
And how long ago was it? Because I think, like Pink's Boutique, you were quite early, weren't you, to the organic movement, hence their laughter.
Yeah. Well, I started having ideas about it in around 2009, and we started the company in around 2012. So we've been going 9 years now, and it's grown organically, as we discussed earlier.
Yeah. So the bit you said that I've always been super interested in, beauty therapy and beauty products, whilst there is no real regulation or control of the word natural or organic and what you can say about product, what is controlled is you have to fully declare the full INCI. Every single thing that goes in that bottle is on the label for you to see. But it's never looked to me like that's the same in cleaning and household cleaning. Is that right?
Absolutely, Kirsty. Yes, absolutely. Unless you have an organic certification and you're required to put the ingredients on the label, as we are, anyone can label anything as a cleaning product and put it in a bottle. So you have absolutely no idea what is in the bottle, whether there are toxic ingredients or not. And you'll notice, even if you look at some of the more environmentally friendly products, that they will group ingredients. So they'll say less than, for instance, 5% anionic surfactants or ionic surfactants. And this is the way they get round things. So no one really knows what's in the bottle.
Yeah, it's a question I get asked a lot from our salons and spas is, right, I've got all of this organic skincare, but obviously I know the environment impacts. So what candles should I be burning? But what should I be cleaning the toilet with? What should I be cleaning sink with, because obviously most cleaning products become airborne. But this is what I've noticed, and when we talk about now what are the famous eco brands, so I think as opposed to naming them, like if you walked into, say, somewhere like Sainsbury's, the eco brands that have made it to a Sainsbury's or Tesco's shelf, when you look at their ingredient list, you still can't really exactly tell what is in there. And then all you've got is kind of symbols like your crosses and your skull heads. And
I mean, all you're exactly right. That there is so much room for companies just to place the minimum in terms of information on their labels and to try to manipulate that information so the customer really doesn't know what they're getting. We, of course, are the absolute opposite. We're totally transparent at Greenscents, and that's another reason why we're very comfortable with our labels and with our organic certification. Everything that we put in our bottles is listed, like yours, on the labels.
Yeah, and so Greenscents has the Soil Association badge like we do, and I think any of you that follow us already will know I've said that their certification process is something to behold. There's some definite hoops.
Really committed to go through the process and stick with it, and we stuck with it because our products have been certified since we started, so we're nearly 10 years.
Yeah, which is amazing, because it is, I can't stress how difficult a process it is to get that badge, to get that Soil Association organic badge. Now, if you were completely new to organic and natural cleaning, what would be like the best place to start? I suppose, what's the worst risk product that we would have in the mainstream cleaning industry?
Okay, well, obviously this COVID problem has brought everything into focus. And I would say always start with a spray. Here's one. I don't know whether you can see this. This is a Greenscents.
Just needs to come up a bit higher. Perfect.
Like that?
Yep, perfect.
That's a multi-surface spray that we produce. Now, most women do cleaning. That's a fact. And when you're standing in your shower cubicle, cleaning, spraying your spray up and down, this is a highly toxic environment, and one where you really are breathing in some dreadful fumes. I would start there. It really is imperative that you use a spray which doesn't include carcinogens. And let's be honest, many of the ingredients in conventional cleaning products include carcinogens. So your risk of cancer, I did some work with Breast Cancer UK actually a few years ago on this, is massively increased if you use conventional sprays for your bathroom cleaning in particular. So that's the first place to start. The fear is that organic cleaning products can't clean in the way that conventional cleaning products do, and that is a fallacy. What we say, and it's held up by all the research, is that it's about how you clean, not that is the most important thing. You have to remove the pathogens, you have to remove the germs from the surface you're cleaning, and the way you do that is you use a clean cloth which you've washed, hopefully at above 60 degrees, to kill off all the germs. So you're using a clean thing to start with, and then you spray either the cloth or the surface at about a 25 centimeter distance, and you wipe your surface with your damp cloth, and you remove, in the process, you have to try and imagine that you're removing the dirt, which is what you're doing, and you're removing the germs from that surface as you move your hand around. And once you've done that, the key bit is to actually flush all those germs down the drain. So you turn on your tap and you rinse that cloth until it's completely clean. And that way you're literally getting rid of the germs.
Literally picking them up.
Yes, there are other ways, obviously, of getting rid of germs, and you can kill them off, or you can try to. The problem with that, and there's plenty of research which supports this, is that pathogens will recolonize on the surface after 20 minutes. Yep. So if you're using an antibacterial product, you have to remember that you've only got 20 minutes and that you really need to clean it all again if you want to get rid of the pathogens, which is crazy, really. But that's how it works. And then more research has come out recently with COVID to say that, in fact, what happens is that if you continue to use antibacterial products, you will actually cause the mutations in the viruses and the bacteria, which mean that the chances of bacterial infection get higher and higher on that surface, and it's more and more difficult to actually get rid of them. So we really recommend that you use a non-bacterial product most of the time. And then we are actually bringing out an antibacterial spray in the next couple of weeks, which you should use, in our words, on point for specific cases when your child's been ill, when you know that someone who's been ill has been in the house. Those are the sorts of situations when you've got an animal that's, my cat goes on the worktop. That becomes a situation where you might want to use an antibacterial product.
Yeah, we do. I always remember Luke did epidemiology at university, and I remember when we first had children, he just said to me, he's like, you can't have any antibacterial cleaning products in this house. He's like, there's the germ theories, aren't there? They're essentially that is what happened with things like triclosan, etc., that people just essentially got so used to them, and then more problematically, the pathogen got so used to them. So we need a cleaning lesson. We've now got to think about actually scooping and moving these away and rinsing them down the sink.
Imagine that process, and then thinking about all those germs going actually down the sink, and literally removing them that way. That is the most effective way to clean.
And then having an antibac potentially, like your Greenscents one, but actually only using that at very specific moments, and the rest of the time that it's not an antibacterial aid. So what?
It's a soap-based cleaner or a surfactant-based cleaner, which can be just as effective, and certainly better for your health, better for the health of your family, pets, everything else, and the surfaces to which you clean.
And I had a question come through, Christina, which said, do I really need to buy a kitchen cleaner, a bathroom cleaner, a toilet cleaner? Like, do we need all of these different cleaners?
Absolutely not. At Greenscents, we offer one multi-surface cleaner, and it's in the spray bottle, which I showed you here. And it comes in different fragrances. That's organic lavender. We have a citrus one, which is really good if you want to get rid of fat or grease on a surface. So sometimes I recommend that. We also have a whole series of products in our non-scented range. We have a non-scented fragrance like this. This one is, the blue one, is for people who have allergies to essential oils. So we do have quite a few customers who do have essential oil allergies, but there's absolutely no need to buy more than one product to spray on your surface. And it's just a marketing ploy which people use to try to get you to buy more.
Yeah, and it's a huge sustainability piece at the moment. If you could just take away the fact that you now need one bottle that you can keep, you can refill, that can go all through your house. Like, what an amazing saving for your pocket, but also the planet.
We offer Castile soap, an organic Castile soap, which is 96% organic, certified. It's palm oil free. And it comes in 3 different fragrances: non-scented, minty, which is one of our iconic fragrances, which people really love, or it comes in lavender. And that is a product which I can recommend if you just want to use one thing. You can actually use it for cleaning your teeth. You can wash your hair with it. You can launder your clothes. Everything. It's a real all-rounder, and so we do.
Can you mix the Castile with water? So I've done that before when I eventually gave up my quasi-eco, like mainstream but very famous eco cleaning products, because I was like, I've been through these ingredient lists and I know they are not doing what I want. They've got more things in than I want there to be. I bought a glass bottle with a spray and put some of your Castile with water and shook it up. Is that a viable option?
Yeah, a lot of people dilute our products. I think the reason is because we offer very concentrated products. Our ethics are to provide people with products which have the lowest carbon footprint we can provide. And at the moment, for liquids, it means concentrating the liquid, and that's what we do. So it means that we use less packaging. We aren't sending water around the world, which so many of the large manufacturers, that's what they do. And they rely on the fact that consumers will be duped by the fact that they provide large containers and there's loads of liquid in there. But when you actually start to use that liquid, you find you run out very quickly. Yeah. Whereas, for instance, a half-litre bottle of Greenscents laundry liquid does 22 washes. Now, if you compare that to Ecova, their standard laundry wash, you need 1.5 litres, so 3 times as much, to do 17 washes. And that's why Ethical Consumer showed wash for wash, we're actually cheaper, even with an organic palette of ingredients, than Ecova and Persil. So, which is amazing. Yeah, so it's all about perception. And, we aren't prepared to change our ethics because the market requires us to produce everything in huge bottles. We are there trying to re-educate people and trying to say, look, hey, this is how it works. This is how we operate, and we want you to understand why.
There's a wry smile on my face because I feel like I've lived the very same life as you have done for the past 10 years in skincare. And the truth of it is that the consumers you get that join you are incredibly loyal and spread the word. But when you don't use these cheating methods of double-walled bottles going higher, making it seem like extraordinary value, people are not willing to do the maths. And that's what just blows my mind sometimes. Like we're working at the moment on our refillable deodorant, and it is clearly expensive as a deodorant, but when you do the maths of how long it lasts, it's really not. It becomes equivalent to using something like Shaw, but it's just so hard to make people do that.
I couldn't sympathize more. It's a very big problem. And I was interviewed by Ethical Consumer last year, I think, and they raised this issue, and they said to me, how many sales do you think you've lost as a result of this? And I said, well, an awful lot. But at the end of the day, we believe that once consumers understand the messages we're trying to communicate, that they will actually, as you say, be really loyal to us. And that's what we find. People who come to us stay with us, and that's in the long run. That's got to be better, really.
And in terms of normal mainstream cleaning products, are there like a top list of baddie ingredients that people should be looking out for and avoiding? Although very difficult because they're not going to be listed properly on the bottle.
Well, this is the trouble. And there are so many alkyls and ethyls, and I could give you a whole list now. The best way, I think, is to look at it in terms of what's not in the bottle. If you're looking for alternatives to organic cleaning products where the ingredients are listed, I think we offer a no nasties guarantee, and on there we literally list all the really horrible things which are commonly used in cleaning products. And we say, hey, this is our list. We don't use any of these. But if you want to know what's in our bottle, then just go and have a look. And it's on our website. Every single thing, as the Soil Association insists that you list the ingredients according to the amount of ingredient in that product. So starting with at the top with the one that you use the most, reaching down to the bottom with the one that you use the least. Perfect. So one is totally clear.
Yeah. Those of you that are just joining, I'm speaking to Christina, who's the founder of Greenscents, and to kind of recap where we've got to so far, your big takeaways are: you do not need multiple cleaners for your house. You can use one and you can do everything: kitchen, bathroom, toilet, all of it, just one. Make sure you're looking at concentration values, because most cleaning products are oversized to make you feel like you're getting value. There are very, very few Soil Association cleaning brands. Are there any others, Christina? Not one. Everyone needs
organic. Who actually started? I didn't know. I think they started before us, and they have about 3 or 4 products. I don't think they've grown that range very much.
Right.
Yeah, we're the only ones that offer laundry and household products across the board.
So if you are dedicated to organics, there are very, very few good choices. And we also did a quick cleaning lesson of actually kind of understanding how you're meant to move germs off the surface and then wash them away quickly, always using our clean cloths. So yeah, that's what we're talking about. One of the things I would say that's fascinated me is, since I got rid of everything, even the eco-looking alternatives like your Ecovers and your methods, I say one of the best ways, and it doesn't work at the very beginning, but once you've got used to using Castile soaps and things like Greenscents, you start to be able to smell when something isn't good for you.
Yeah.
That's what's really fascinating. And so admittedly, because this is the brutal truth, and I always tell the truth, at work, we do have one bottle of bleach. And the other day, I actually put some in the toilet here. And I literally, Luke's like, he has to leave the building. He can't deal with the smell at all. And I ended up having to open every window in the building. And I mean, for most households, that sort of level of bleach would be going down a toilet AM and PM. But literally, like, it makes Luke's chest tighten now. So it kind of gives that indication of how bad this stuff actually is for you.
It's terrifyingly bad. There are so many lung diseases which women have suffered from for years and years, may not have been smoking themselves, but these lung diseases are caused by use of bleach. In fact, I know of a couple who in their 60s used bleach to actually clean their terrace outside their house. And they both died of leukemia within 3 months of each other. And they decided on, that when they did the autopsies and various other things, that the bleach that they'd used had played a part in their death. And it's scary stuff. I mean, I grew up when my mother was younger, she would love to put bleach on everything. I mean, white was considered dirty unless it was bright white, bleached white. So I grew up in an environment like that. Thankfully, we've moved away from that, I think, but it's still hard. People want to see when they've cleaned something that it looks clean, and that's an issue that green cleaning products have always faced. It doesn't clean as well as as well as others, conventional products. The fact is, it's not that. It cleans as well. It depends on how you clean it, of course, but as long as you're using the right approach and method when you clean, it's just a question of adjusting to the look of things when you've cleaned. I mean, I have found our customers coming back to us again and again saying our products do clean as well as conventional alternatives. And I had a woman yesterday who emailed me about the washing up liquid, and she said, "This is the best. I'm 73. And this is the best washing up liquid I've ever had." And it's a lot of it is that we have to be very precise and careful about our formulation. Obviously, that's a very big issue. Whereas with conventional cleaning products, it's not so much. They can throw in various things as long as the acidity or alkalinity is correct. The pH comes up at a particular level. You can probably get away with an awful lot. With us, we have a very restricted palette of ingredients to use because we're organic, and it's more of a challenge to come up with a cleaning product that actually really does the job.
Yeah, and the one place I've noticed it is in washing powders. So I think what you find in a lot of mainstream washing powders, as well as the cleaning elements, is they've obviously got all the fake brightness and whiteness in there as well, which are inherently bad for you. Bad for your skin, potentially irritating. And so that is one thing you do notice maybe with the more organic washing powders, is that you sometimes lose that like hotel bright white sheet system.
Yeah, that's absolutely true. I mean, I use the organic laundry liquid from our range, but the way I get rid of stains is I use Castile soap. Castile soap is quite a strong alkaline product, so it has a pH of about 9.5, whereas a laundry liquid has a pH of around 5.5, that sort of level. So if you use an alkali you quite often can get rid of a lot of the stains that way. Obviously, there are lots of tricks that you can use, and on the internet, there's loads of information about natural ways to get rid of stains. But I do find that the Castile soap is a really great inclusion in my wash, especially whites and stains. It really helps.
I have tried it. I had a nasty stain on a very expensive skirt. And I Googled how to get rid of it naturally, and you went to Castile, and it did. It worked very well. So I can second that one.
Thank you.
Okay, so we need to start with a multi-surface spray that we can go around our house. Sounds like we probably also need a Castile soap in our life, and this is businesses as well. So those of you that are watching that are Pink's salons that have bathrooms obviously to deal with, and the salon cleaning to deal with, I do worry what is going to happen to the beauty industry in terms of the cleaning expectation that we are going to go through when we reopen because of COVID. And the sad truth is that the people at real risk are the therapists, because they are the ones that will be in the rooms all day that are being antibacterial down to the ground. So yeah, it might definitely be time to think about, would there be a way of mixing it up so you don't have to use, like you say, those antibacterial sprays all the time?
Exactly. I mean, if you are going to use them, the best thing to do is use them roughly once a week. And, just be careful as you use them. Just use the minimum product. Don't use a great deal. And that's another thing that we always say. People use far too much product overall. Yeah, it's something which, in terms of price for price, it's if you can use the right amount of product, spending a little bit more, becomes an easy option, because you're actually spending less per use. But no, I would say antibacterial products maximum of once a week, and the rest of the time you just got to be really focused when you do your cleaning. Try and enjoy it. Try and actually enjoy the fact that you're using a spray with a great fragrance, that you're using something with an organic essential oil in it that makes you feel good. And that's what our customers do. Cleaning is a chore, but ultimately you can make that feel like something for your well-being. It can really make you feel good.
Amazing. And so obviously you can see on the screen, team, to follow at Greenscents UK. And what, Christina, is the website address for people to go and have a look and change up their cleaning? It's April, it's spring cleaning month. This is the time. I know our audience has that organic natural leaning, but I think my plea to them would be to go beyond what's been presented as natural and organic cleaners, because I truthfully know that most of them are just not. It's a lot of marketing. So what's the website address, Christina?
Right, the website address is www.greenscents.co.uk. And we actually have a wonderful offer on at the moment for spring cleaning. We have a spring cleaning bundle. It's 4 products for £20. And you get a Castile soap in there, you get a spray, you get 4 products that you can really use and try at home, which means you get a 20% discount. So it's a really good offer. So if you're thinking of trying an organic cleaning product, now's the time to do it.
Perfect. And for our salons and spas, Christina, I probably should have asked you this before. If they loved it and they're using it at home and they wanted to sell it in their salons and spas, can they do that? Could they get trade accounts?
Oh, absolutely, yes. I mean, we have a trade accounts application form on the website, and it's a great system because you can order at any time. You get the trade discount as you order, and then we send out your order directly to you, so you can leave it right to the last minute, and lots of our customers do. So it's a great system we have for trade, and we have a range of trade orders, and we have a trade newsletter which we send out every month, so you can sort of cash in there if there are products that you want to buy in bulk.
Because it is something that I think as therapists, I've always wanted people to think like this, but even more so now. Your environment has such a huge impact on your health and well-being. Everyone is going to obsess about health and well-being now. Most of us, like we were doing before, but everyone will be thinking about it. And when they're coming into your salons and spas and making good choices with product, the kind of lifestyle that I talk about, the goldfish living in the bowl and what the water is like. Like there's so much amazing opportunity in that retail area to be doing good with the rest of their life and genuinely doing good. Like it's not even about making money. It's about really genuinely impacting their health and happiness. So definitely something to think about. Thank you so much for taking the time to see me and seeing if we can make Restream work. I'm going to go and have a look on Facebook and YouTube and see if it's actually definitely there. I can see some people, so they're seeing us somewhere.
That's great. Thank you, Kirsty, very much. And if anyone's got any questions, please just email me. My email address is christina@greenscents.co.uk. I'd love to hear from you.
Oh, that's amazing. Thank you ever so much.
Thank you.
Well, thank you, team. It's been Brutal Truth with Kirsty and Christina from Greenscents, and I hope that's helped you think about the cleaning in your household, but also in your businesses. Obviously, with COVID, it's such a big piece at the moment, but are you ultimately putting yourself at risk by what you're using? I know the irony is you think you may be killing the pathogens around you, but are you potentially putting yourself at more risk, like impacting your immune system, making your body less capable of dealing with any little bugs and bacteria or viruses that are coming its way? Please share this with anyone you know might enjoy it, and I will see you next Tuesday for Brutal Truth. Thanks, team.